At 15, Taylor Swift signed a piece of paper. She thought she was simply starting her career, but buried in the fine print was a clause that would eventually hold her entire life's work hostage. Long before that contract, she was just an isolated kid in Pennsylvania. She didn't fit in, so she retreated into her bedroom, relying on songwriting to cope with the loneliness. Her family relocated to Nashville, Tennessee to chase those musical ambitions. The gamble paid off quickly. At age 15, she became the first artist signed to independent label Big Machine Records. To understand what went wrong, look at the mechanics of music contracts. Swift wrote her own lyrics and melodies, owning the publishing rights. But Big Machine owned the final physical audio recordings, the masters. Every song she recorded belonged to the label. Over the next 13 years, she delivered massive hit after massive hit, won multiple Grammys, sold out stadiums worldwide. With every broken record, the financial stakes of that single contractual clause multiplied. Labels owning master recordings is a standard industry practice, but when an artist completely outgrows their original label, that standard practice turns into a ticking time bomb. In 2018, Swift's contract with Big Machine ended. She walked away and signed a fresh deal with Republic Records, ensuring she would own everything she created going forward. Then came June 2019. Big Machine founder Scott Borchetta quietly announced he was selling the entire label. The buyer was Scooter Braun, a powerful music manager. This was someone Swift had publicly accused of orchestrating years of behind-the-scenes bullying against her. This Billboard article confirms the $300 million acquisition included all 6 of Swift's original albums. Every master recording she made was gone. Swift received no warning. She learned her music was sold from a press release, exactly when the world did. She immediately posted a statement, writing that she was stripped of her life's work without an opportunity to buy it. Her musical legacy was now in the hands of someone she felt tried to dismantle it. Imagine spending 13 years writing songs about your deepest fears, secrets, and heartbreak, only to wake up and discover a rival has purchased ownership of your pain. Swift had pleaded for a chance to buy her masters outright. Instead, Big Machine offered her a treadmill. They told her she could earn back one old master recording for every new album she delivered to the label. She refused the deal. She chose to protect her future music, making the choice to leave her past behind. Just weeks after the sale was announced, she outlined a plan to use the one asset Braun couldn't buy, her own voice. She would re-record her entire stolen catalog. By creating note-for-note replicas of her old songs, she aimed to deliberately devalue the original masters. She would make the versions Braun owned commercially worthless. She didn't file a lawsuit or drag the label to court. Instead, she turned to her global fan base of hundreds of millions of listeners and directly instructed them to stream only the new versions. This strategy shifted the core value of the music. By moving the weight of the song from the legal owner of the recording to the artist's personal bond with the listener, the copyright itself lost its leverage. Between 2021 and 2023, she executed the plan. 4 re-recorded Taylor's version albums hit the market, and every single one debuted at #1. Look at this update confirming a second sale. In 2020, Braun sold the catalog to a private equity firm called Shamrock Capital, but the original tracks were already losing millions of streams. The landscape shifted again in 2024. 5 years after the feud first began, Scooter Braun announced his retirement from music management, walking away from the industry he had once dominated. Contrast his exit with her momentum. In 2023, Swift became the first artist in history to simultaneously hold the top 5 spots on the Billboard Hot 100. This letter confirms the final resolution. In 2025, Swift officially purchased her original masters back from Shamrock, fulfilling what she called her greatest dream. She dismantled a $300 million corporate investment, and she did it using studio time and the loyalty of her audience. The Eras Tour cemented her status, officially grossing over $1 billion and making her the biggest star on the planet. But scale attracts new complications. In 2026, a sexual harassment lawsuit hit Hollywood, filed by Swift's close friend Blake Lively against director Justin Baldoni. Swift was unwillingly pulled into the crossfire. Court documents were unsealed, and 180 pages of her private text messages with Lively were suddenly made public. The legal battle spilled into the real world. Baldoni's legal team reportedly attempted to subpoena her, and a man was even arrested for trespassing on Travis Kelce's property at 2 in the morning, trying to serve her legal papers. Despite her power in the industry, she was caught in a situation entirely out of her control. She was once again affected by someone else's choices, just like she was when she signed that contract at 15. Swift has shown that while her music can be seized or her private texts made public, she outlasts the crisis through a sheer volume of work. Whether through re-recordings or a global tour, she rebuilds her influence as fast as others try to dismantle it. Tell us in the comments below, has Taylor Swift finally won, or is the fight never truly over?